Hello, good morning. Hello, it's Saturday, 11 o'clock. I don't know who's going to be around, and especially as it's the weekend. But if you've been watching my live streams, you'll know that it's hard to find the time to do them. So I haven't been, where's my necklace gone? Haven't been editing. So I've just really decided to go for live videos for now because I'm not going to really get the chance to edit my videos to the quality I want to put them out at. So I figured I'd just talk to you guys and bring you into my world a little bit. I need to turn my notifications off because they're going to keep going. And yeah, happy Saturday. How are you guys doing? I hope you're having a lovely time. What time is it where you are? Do not disturb. There we go. I'm on a Mac. So I'm not using StreamYard today because I don't need to use the features, but I might jump on. Jacob by Star Wars, hey, how are you doing? You're the Scottish, well, there's a big Scottish flag on your logo, so that kind of confirms it, doesn't it? You're from Scotland, aren't you? And you have lovely, lovely nature where you are, or at least you travel out to nature when you film. It's very nice to see your area. Very misty. Yeah, I woke up in the middle of the night and my watch said foggy, but it's sunny. I don't know if I can show you the window. I don't know really. It's just sky, but it's yeah. I'm trying not to break the chain of doing live streams at the moment. I'm trying to just make sure I at least do one a week. But then when I do one, I'm like, want to keep doing them. Yeah, no, happy to see you. Nice to have you here, Jacobite. Especially, I'm kind of in between. I'm a late developer, and I do love Star Wars stuff. But then as I got pregnant and busy with mummyhood, I've really dropped out of what's happened in the last few years, and I've missed all the joined up bits in the middle. So I like it. I'm just not very knowledgeable. So there we go. Yeah, so sometimes we see notifications, sometimes we don't, and sometimes we just have too many notifications to see, don't we? This is my craft room. My daughter's decorated my boxes with the little stickers. Bless her. Yeah, just chilling in my room at the moment, in my craft room. Just had to come in here and crack on. I know it's a Saturday. I don't seem to have your recent vlog with your son. The one I saw, I commented on, it was about a week or so ago. He was with you. It was it wasn't the salmon one, was it? It was by a river or a little rocky stream. I haven't for a week or so. There's so many people I watch. It's so hard. I just try and I do put some people into a spreadsheet so I can remember to kind of keep coming back. So I do cycle everybody who I get on nicely with. Okay, Jackie. You hit a milestone, didn't you? Yeah, you hit a milestone. 500 subscribers. My memory sometimes is shocking, and other times it's like, wow, how did you remember that? So I'm not going to dual screen though and just go and look and see, but I definitely, your name's easy to remember. So 2K, wow, 2K is brilliant. Wow, that's brilliant, isn't it? Yeah, it was over a week ago, so I wasn't able to retain all that detail. And how are you doing? Are you monetized now? I can't remember if there were adverts or not. Because with 2K, you probably have a good viewership to have some decent watch hours. I looked at mine the other day and I was like, oh, I've got like 1,000 and I had it on lifetime, not the last year, which was so funny. I mean, I didn't believe it for many minutes, but even 1,000 is nowhere near the 4. But yeah, so I must carry on doing what I actually said I was going to do. Even though it's a Saturday, I have to sit. I never really have a work day and a non-work day. I'm tidying the drawer at the moment because I have all these little vinyl bits. I shouldn't have taken that bit out of the drawer without sorting the other bits first. I have a small sideline. I wouldn't say business as such. I have a small sideline, which is vinyl stickering. So you can see these boxes here in the back. That's probably the most accurate point I've done, because on my screen I'm in mirror image. Well, that way is that way, but I'm not mirror image, am I? But the writing would be mirror image. Yeah. Is that? Yeah, there we go. So those boxes I paint and then I put labeling on them. for example, is my Roses Christmas Eve box. This was one that we decided not to do. We decided to take the oh no, this was one lettering that went wrong. The S, I didn't do it right, so I've kept this one in case I decide to, if I need someone's. I don't think I'm likely to use them, but I could use the letters again. But it's probably best just to recycle them. But I put them onto bottles, baubles. These I made some for baubles. You can just see the white. You have to peel the backing off and leave the hole, peel the holes out of the letters. The special, it's like a dentist tool really. So I've got lots of these little loose ones when I've done projects for gifts or for Christmas. And I just want to kind of put them in the same sort of place. And I've just chucked a few in a top drawer, which I'm now repurposing. So, yeah. So whereabouts are you from, Jacob? Like, can I know your name? Is that fair? Is that okay? Sometimes I ask too many questions on my lives to my visitors, but whereabouts are you from in Scotland? Because then I can kind of remember a bit more, get a better feel. You probably did say in your videos, but again, it's kind of when you're kind of whizzing through, don't always remember everything. But I've been to Edinburgh, I've been to Fort William. I haven't been to Glasgow, but I've travelled through the train station and had a transfer. Livingston. See, with the E on the end, it would be Kent, wouldn't it? And I've never seen that place for a while in anything when I've been travelling or on the telly. You're born in Edinburgh. Yeah, Edinburgh's great. I've been there a few times, and oh god, I spent New Year in Edinburgh a while back. It was fantastic, so good, and much easier to do. But you need a decent accommodation really, because you need to book it well in advance. Painting bedrooms. Oh my gosh, that's a big old task, isn't it? Moving stuff and then going for, I don't know, it depends how organised you are, because if you've got a lot of space in your house and the kids haven't got or whoever's bedrooms there haven't got too much stuff, then it's probably a lot easier to do. But on lockdown it's harder because you can't pack the kids off to nannies, can you? But the kids can help, I guess. They can bring the biscuits. Ceiling. I was going to say, how do you like painting? Do you enjoy decorating, or is it just so you're painting? Not, yeah. Because in my day, it was. I'm 38 next month. In my day, it was wallpaper. So I watched my parents wallpaper everywhere, and Mum was really good at it. She really did it really neatly. But ceilings, because you have to get that drippy effect, don't you? With the I don't know if anybody. What is the trend now for ceilings? Decorating the room with ceilings. Decorating. I suppose it's definitely white, isn't it? And a thick. Isn't it amazing though now what you can get from Wilko and places? Oh, that is so cute. She just brought you a bacon butty. Oh, bless her. I guess she must be old enough to make it. Yeah, I was just thinking of I've got all this to come. My daughter's 2.5. Literally like in 2 weeks. And I wonder, I'd love her to get independent, making more and more things. And I try not to, I have to try not to push her beyond her years, because she is advanced, but she needs to stay a little girl as long as she can, so she doesn't kind of get too stressed out and all that. As you're doing her room, she's been downstairs. I suppose. How old is she then? Did mum help her in the kitchen, or it's like, what age do you trust your child to operate either a George Foreman with tongs or the grill? I suppose the grill's the hardest thing, a frying pan. Some parents do that quite early, but I've got plenty of years to work that one out. You can even do it in the microwave, can't you? On those little grill pan, plastic. You buy these plastic microwave racks that they're kind of ziggy-zaggy, and they're kind of they've got hills and valleys in. Your wife's doing mom stuff. And then the bacon goes in. So apparently, I think it works well because the fat drips down through the holes. And but I think most people who like bacon, especially the men, like proper meaty bacon done with a bit of gritty burn on them. What's the word for gritty, burny bacon? God. Good job it's a Saturday, not a Monday, isn't it? Gosh. So these are baubles I was going to give to my partner's son and their family. because I did a few extra names for them at Christmas. I need to store them somewhere. And I have these little. So basically, you put tape, a special kind of tape over the top. It's this. I buy smaller rolls so I can just do little ones rather than A4 sheets or big roll. You've got to cut bits out, and then you put the plastic, the sheet on top, rub it, peel it off, and then the backing comes off with the sticker of the name, and then that is what you peel. You lay over whatever item you're doing, but there's so many intricacies over it. What materials you use, what pressure you use, what design, what size, and then when you're trying to do it, you're trying to get the most for your sheet. Trying to get the most from your sheet. So, like I did these when I did my water bottles, the sort of the Love Island style. I did a few extras there, but they said they didn't want one, so I didn't make it. You're going, no worries, but have fun. Jamie, okay, Jamie. J for Jacobite, J for Jamie. Nice to meet you, Jamie. Thanks very much for coming, and you're very welcome to come back again. Hopefully next time, especially in the weekdays, I'll have more people for you to network with and chat to. Although you don't need to do because your channel's doing so good. Anyway, thank you for coming in and enjoy decorating. All best of luck with that. So yeah, take care. Bye. We do have somebody still here though, so I'm still going to carry on and. You can hear Annabelle next door. No rest for us dads. That's how I feel for mums. No rest for mummies. Yeah, but that was nice. So again, I'm just putting all these spare ones somewhere. So I think all the family ones I'm going to put together. So just in these little bags. These little bags are so useful. Aren't they, Annabelle? And here she comes. Here she comes. Hello.
I can't find the wipes.
No, I did send you to find the wipes. We'll have to use Mummy's wipes in here now because the Mummy's filming. Mummy's doing a live stream. Can I come through?
Okay.
Thank you. Just to here. That'll do. You've got chocolate on your face, haven't you?
For my hand.
Oh, what's that from? Oh, it's sticky. Oh, it's sticky, is it? Stickiness. Sorry, guys. I don't know if you've got the view of my behind. No, you haven't. It's okay. Just doing some toddler tidy up time. Are you doing your puzzles? Are they good?
I didn't do the little ones.
You didn't? Well, you can. I would say move the piece boxes. They all work together. These puzzles. So they're 3 in a box, and then you have to just sort out which puzzle you're doing and so on. And I'm so chuffed for her that she can do puzzles on her own. One's like a 6-piece, one's an 8-piece or 9-piece, and one's a 12-piece. And it's so exciting that she can, she knows which one's for which puzzle, and it's so exciting. So exciting. It's amazing when you have a vinyl business, how much stuff you have to. When you get eBay notification, it's about buying or selling. That's not good.
I've got it again.
Well, you have to use your wipes and do it each finger separately. Rub it around each finger. So these are my instructions. If I sold a few decals at Christmas. I'm not 100% comfortable with selling decal stickers because it's the cheaper end of the market. But for certain, I'm putting them into kits and upselling them as a better option, really. But I still need to. At Christmas, I was like, right, I need some cash. I'm at home. I'm stuck at home. Can't do anything. I've got my daughter here. Let's get a few extra products on for sale. And so I did my instructions. So they need to go in their own little pouch. So they're easy to flick through in the drawer and easy to find. So I have all these pouches, 8 pouches in different sizes, because it's just easy when they're in a pouch. I know it's a bit boring seeing pouches, but yeah. I don't know really, because I don't know an Esme. I know an Esme. That's probably why I kept this one, actually. I know a little girl called Esme. So I might just give that to my friend when I see her. Because it's advertising, isn't it? And then there's Rose. My friend's called Rosa. My friend's daughter. Haven't got a knife, darling. Maybe I have in your little. Yeah, here you go. That's why you're making all that noise. Good girl. Oh, that's better, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
I just don't get a lot done, but you just got to keep going, haven't you? Take pressure off. Don't go too crazy, and just keep doing a little bit as we go along. So I'm going to keep the ones who've got no. I don't know. It's how to group them as well. It's like when you've got all your day cards, I think you need to put them all in bags so you can find them easy, and then group them within the bags. So this one is Annabelle's Christmas Eve box. But really, the word Annabelle, she's already got her own Christmas Eve box now. But the Christmas Eve box, so this label on its own will stay with my Christmas Eve ones. So I need a bigger envelope for all Christmas Eve box wording and lettering to go in. So if I have to do any quick ones, like if I have a rush order, I can say, right, I can do you one. I've pre-cut it. You have to choose, you have to have this colour and this size, and that's done then. So now I've put all my Christmas Eve box ones in there in one together. That's a bit better. Christmas will be coming soon, and I'll need to get cracking on them. Just get them advertised ready, or just schedule them ready to drop, which I'm trying to figure out on eBay. Actually, I've got a few friends online who do eBay selling, and they schedule. One of them said that they schedule all of them to drop at the same time. I suppose it means it's easier, so you can just be watching an alert of what's happening. Now on this one, there's not a lot. These are more for, some of these are cut out wrong, but they can't actually. These are sort of scraps, so we can use these as scraps for later. So this will actually go in a different pile. Sorry, just losing my thread. Yeah, so with eBay, I suppose what I could be doing now is scheduling my listings to drop in September. to be going on in September for release, or even August. We're now in June, July, August. So if I start to plan them now, I could be planning the sales earlier and then actually doing them earlier, because I've influenced people to buy them sooner. I can do promotions on them sooner. You always sort of think, right, now it's time for Father's Day, now it's time for, and I never get to do any of them, never. But it's just a mum's life. You're trying to do Father's Day stuff for yourself, never mind for selling. So I've got these cute little teddy bears. These I made for a lady, and I just thought I'll cut a few extra out because it will save the sheet that I'm using.
Everywhere.
Well, just use your knife to spoon it. No, don't use the wipe. Don't use the wipe for the banana. Right, use your knife to scoop it onto your fork, onto your spoon. There we go, and then it goes into your mouth. You can't scoop it because you haven't got the technique yet. Don't get ratty. Right, now eat it. Take nearer to you. There we go. There we go. It's a very mushy banana. Pardon? I'm doing a live stream. Well, I don't think people need to hear that on a live stream. And that was a hint to sort of not say anything inappropriate, but never mind. I've still got notifications on my screen. I said do not disturb on my screen. I obviously didn't press it properly. Oops, but it doesn't matter. So hope you guys are having a good morning wherever you are. It's 11:22 here. Yeah, so I did a few extra ones, and I put some of these actually on Annabelle's, and you can see you can use the reverse. Once you've used the sticker, you can use the holes in the middle that are cut out, because this is this has been cut out with an outline, which is really cute. So some of these went on Annabelle's old her old makeup box, which was cute, but this isn't such premium material, so I won't buy it again. I was just excited at the time. I thought, oh great, this looks nice, but this is a papery one, so it won't go in the dishwasher, so it can only be used for paper goods really. Now okay, have you finished them? Good girl. There is no dinner. I've just got you snacks, so you don't need it. But if Daddy would like to do breakfast for us all, then yes, you can have some then. But till then, there is nothing. trying to get my iPad to charge. It's not doing it. Maybe if I plug it into the laptop and get some feed from there. Oh, it's doing it now. I've got these fancy cables. They say they work really well. And then when you get them home, 6 months later, they're not charging, but never mind. So, yeah, these decals are still good. So I'm just packaging them into bags. I'm getting there. So the things you have to learn when you're doing a vinyl business is the preparation of your materials as well, because these are permanent, almost permanent, and they stick onto water bottles, glass items. You have to prep those, and this is the bag I use for prepping them. I've got my gloves and
I need this.
Well, put it in your mouth or put it on a plate. I don't want to have it after you've had it, darling. Thank you. Leave the spoon on the plate. Oh, you tidy them. Okay. So they're in a separate one because they're especially for bottles. It won't scoop. No, this is where you wipe. Okay, so techniques for cleaning. Here we go. Look, this is a new technique. What we need to do with this one is push it. We're wiping it from behind. We're pushing it off the table because it's so sticky. It's gone all over, and now it's done. Look at it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And you need a wipe for your fingers now. Let's get your wipe. Stand back so I can get through. She's walking backwards. You are funny, aren't you? You are funny. Okay. So I will do a video later where someone can join me and hop on with two people chatting. I don't know how that's going to work because I haven't exactly got any friends doing the same thing, but I've got one friend who does watch a lot of my lives, and I'm hoping, maybe actually thinking about it, he'll be good to come on. I think that'd be quite cool because we get on so well. Well, look, don't put it back because it's your mummy's box. Yeah. No, put it back in mummy's box, please.
No.
It wasn't on your table, was it? Don't.
No.
Right, you get ready, you go downstairs. Well, it's there, but you know, if you get ready, it's not. You've only. It's only been up a few hours. I think I'm going to put. You see, I don't know whether to group my Christmas Eve decals in one bag. I think I'll just put all the decals in one bag and I can just tip them all out. That's just going to be the easiest thing, isn't it? And then I can say, right, what have I made already? There's no easy way. And how am I going to avoid it? I would really, really like to get really regimented, like so regimented that I don't waste. I do the right choice of either saving time or saving money and working out which one is better. So is it better to craft all my scraps? Pardon? She's talking to her daddy. So is it better to use up all my scraps into new things and sell them as little shapes or put them as shapes on my other objects? Or is it easier to just leave my scraps and put them in a big pile and sell them, you know, to people who do it for a hobby? Or people who can just punch the shapes out themselves. I think I probably will do that on my website later and just say, right, I'm going to sell, or even on eBay, just sell scraps as well. Just because it's going to save me a lot of time if I literally just bundle the scraps in, weigh the scraps, and sell it by the weight. See, I've generated a new idea as we go. That's probably the better way to go because I don't want scraps bogging me down, having to search through all the scraps all the time. But if I've got a way to sell them on, then that's going to save money then because I'm going to be able to get the money back from them. And also giving away scraps is a nice way when you've got people who do lovely things for you, or you want to do lovely things back for them, etc. Then giving away the scraps. So I have some sheets I make when I cut out shapes from an A4 piece of paper, for example. I'll have it created so that the sheet doesn't just cut out a few egg shapes. I'll engineer the sheet so that it cuts out of every other bit of space left over, made up of lots of other little shapes. So once I take that layer off, I'm left with loads of shapes, but I'm also left with a stencil with loads of shapes on, loads of hollowed out shapes for people to use. So that's really cute for kiddies to do stenciling on and make a lovely picture, or to use with hot chocolate. You shake your hot chocolate and it goes through the holes. Different ways to do it. But yeah, so we're actually there now. Actually at the point where I've got all my rough decals. She says, the ones that are on my desk at least. I've got my scraps in one pile. I'm just taking out now the next things from the drawer. That's the one I was missing. Because you see, I can't use my scraps if I haven't got them. So these are instructions.
I found.
Oh, well, that's not really feet. Where did you find that?
Look what I found.
Where did you find it? Tell Mummy,
From
please.
Daddy's bedroom.
Ah, well, listen. That's got a coin in it, and it's a special one from Grandma Pop Pops for when you were born.
Yeah.
They gave you a piece of silver.
Yeah.
It's an old coin, and it's got to stay in this piece of thingy. It's from 1877, a 3-penny coin, I think it is. I don't know. Yes, you can have a look. Then it's going back in, okay?
Yeah.
Listen. Don't run off with it. Look at it there. Good girl.
It's really nice.
It is really nice.
We put it in the game.
Yep, and you weren't supposed to have that little pouch. I'm not sure how you got it, but it's okay, because you don't do any.
I show it to Daddy.
Give it to Daddy to put up out the way. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah? And I know you don't put them in your mouth, so you're okay, but still, we just need to be careful. These are some instructions for making decals. I just decided to make the instructions clear, so when I was doing baubles or boxes or other things, I would have all the steps really clear and really easy to use. So it is quiet today, but I'm okay with that because I'm still being productive. These are my sandwich bags. So this is my kit. I thought they were gloves, but they're not. This is my kit where when I'm wiping the alcohol on bottles and surfaces, I am able to use them without getting my hands or my nails affected by the chemical, because you shouldn't actually touch the alcohol that's used. And it's the same alcohol you can use in hand sanitizer. That, which is quite hard to come by right now, so I literally only use a tiny piece every time I do it. But it's basically the same thing, but you dilute that to apply to your skin to clean your hands. So it's very, it's very interesting to use that way. So that's now my alcohol application. I might just put, I know what it is though. I don't need to label it. I know what it is. So that's another one tidied. Messenger. Don't really chat to my friends on here, so it's usually, oh, yes, darling, why are you sending it to me? It's for you, isn't it? Oh, is it for Mum? Babe, why are you sending it to me? Oh. Who is it then? Lost it now. I don't want to offend people, babe. I don't know who she is actually. How much is it? 15 down to 10? I'm not that kind of person, babe. I don't insult people like that. It's really annoying. It wants me to negotiate £15 down to 10. I don't know who she is. I don't do this on my iPad, so I'm not sure how the layout goes. Can't find the layout. Obviously, I want to help him, but I don't know. I've known her since 2009, but I don't actually know her. I don't know how we're friends on here. No, it says she's been a member since 2019. I don't know if I'm a friend, babe. I don't really know her, babe. I don't really know her. Well, I can't really talk about it on my live video. So this is another decal for the family one. Yep. Just got to pick some of the bits out. So I'll just show you the technique. You pick an edge and peel back. But you have to have a keen eye and some good light. There. There's a better way of doing this, but this is just a quick way. There we go. It's harder when you've got a white on white, but I do have a white supply where it's actually white with grey on it. So it's like a blue background, which is better. Okay, that can now go away. Yeah, you see these are my little scraps. Can you see how it's annoying that I have these, that they're too little to really do anything with, and really they're so small to even make any money from. So, but when you first start, everything is so precious. So a sheet might cost £1, a sheet, an A4 sheet might cost about £1, and you just don't want to lose any. So one name could cut out a big chunk of that sheet and you're left with lots of little ones. So you can be quite precious to start with on these. So these are just going to go in out the way for now. I'll just do my hair. I'm going to put them in my scratch bag and I'll worry about them later. This is an instruction sheet for how to use heat transfer vinyl from a specific company. So it is useful to keep this one. And they're saying 150 degrees. But most people don't have a heat press. If they needed instructions, they wouldn't have a. If they had a heat press, they probably wouldn't need instructions. Prepare the design for your cutting machine. Blah blah blah. Put your design on with the clear plastic on top. Use the heat press. It's good to have these bits though. This guide is quite good to see the different temperatures and so on. Got some sheets. I've never really used these here. I wonder what I actually need to know from this, from what I know already. Because sometimes there's options you use that you don't. This is for Cricut machine, which is this one here. This cutting machine, it's called Cricut, CRICUT, pronounced cricket because it makes a cricket noise, the insect. Design space canvas, let's see. And I've got so the design space canvas is fine, the ruler number 3, plus and minus sign number 4, to get images, 5 to add text, 6 to add basic shapes, 7 to upload your own graphics, 8 undo redo, 9, 10 to arrange copy paste. The arrange button allows you to reorder from top to bottom. Yep, that's good. The flip button The flip button, yeah, I'm using that to lock an image's proportions, yeah. To rotate an image by degrees, yeah. Text edit toolbar appears. Each image is selected, so that one's fine. Don't need that page. This is going to be scrap paper. And then access save project, layers, design. Yeah. It's nice how they've shown it though. That's cool. Yeah, some cool information there about different places to get supplies from and stuff. I'm going to put those in one place just to keep them. I'm going to put them in a little poly wallet. It's good to go through what you've got. Now, this has shown me some clearer ways, some visual ways to tutor bits. There we go. What's next in my box of treasures? Paint colour guide. I mentioned Wilco for DIY stuff earlier, and if you have supplies, if you know you can get supplies online, but you also know you can get supplies locally from decent retailers, you know you're going to keep the same shades available for quite a while. Then it's easy, then you know what colours you've got. But my boxes, I paint in, these are beautiful colours. So I've got, I don't actually know the shade actually. I've got the shade on my boxes, but I've done a box recently in a, this is, what kind of paint is this one? I think all of these are, no, sorry, I'm not looking at the ranges, but we've got, I didn't really go through the right, so this is the better way to go through the guide. I think marshmallow is the colour I use for my baby boxes that I've done my last one in. So I have got the box behind me actually, the one that I've just recently painted. My friend is going to decide what she wants on it later when the baby's born. So I think she'll probably have the baby's name put on there for her friend, who's a mutual friend actually. So I've got the name will probably go on there, and then we're going to have a bunny rabbit here and a bunny rabbit there, similar to the cutout we had before. And it's a much pinkier pink colour, but the other colour isn't as, it's a bit of a washed out sort of colour. So at least with a new baby, this colour is also the same. It can also be used for little girls' toy boxes and so on. It's actually going to peel myself. I might just do that. No, stay focused. Yeah, so I do need that colour chart, but I'm not going to get rid of the other pages right now. It's nice to know what they've got. And we've got more people in the room again. I've got 3 people, which is great. I did say I wasn't going to announce online that I have got more people and so on. But let me just see. Got some to do something a second. There we go. Turn that noise off, shall we? What influences my designs? Hi, Ritesh. How are you? Nice to see you. Hi, Jason. Thanks for coming on. Ritesh. Jason. Thinking about brain. Gosh, slow down. What influences my designs? I love how you pop questions into my chat to help chew things along a bit. It's great. You'd be a great interviewer, I think. What influences my designs? Usually, the consultation with the client influences the design because people know what they want roughly, and if they don't know 100%, I chat to them and say, okay, I usually put a little picture or decoration on the outside of the box to go with the name, and would you like it? If I don't know them very well, I might suggest a teddy bear or a book or some toy blocks, and then send them an example. Other people, for this particular one, for the bunnies, my friend's friend really loves bunnies, and she loves the colour lilac, so that's what we're going for that one. I just look at the age of the child, who it's for, and I remember this morning actually, I've been looking at the 2 grey boxes sat in the other room, thinking I really need to crack on with those, get them photographed. Is that the word, photographed? Because Annabelle has been starting to say, I've got a photograph. There's a photograph. But I realised it wasn't just from my nan saying it that she picked up that phrase, because obviously most of us say photo. It was from Peppa Pig. One of the characters on there says, here's a photograph. Photograph. So do people say, I've got to photograph it? Or do they say, I've got to photograph it? Or do they say, I've got to photo it? Who knows? But yeah, I'm actually literally just, for now, this live is a really chilled out Saturday morning, just for people who want to come on and just people watch, just to chatter, just to say, a beekeeper friend. Hey, I found you through Brian's channel, didn't I? The Castle Hive. So nice to see you this morning. Are you in the US then, or in the UK? It's a bit early if you're in the US. You must be an early riser if not. Yes, I am doing well. Thank you very much. Nice to see you in here. It's lovely to see you. I haven't watched your channel for a long time, so I'm going to write down, keep saying in my videos, I'm going to come back and check people, and I do. I think the easiest way to keep track is just to put your name down, just to remind me to come and see you. How is your channel going, Mark? Cottrell, I don't know if that's an English surname, is it? Because I know a marketer called Hazel Cottrell, who's local to my area, and she has your surname, so can't do 2 things at once right now. Or 3 things: talk, write, and think. Okay, there we go. Got a little note now. I'll come and check your channel out again because I'm subscribed to you. It's just if it pops up or not. So feel free to talk about yourselves, who you are, what you do, what you're looking for your channel, what your goals are. So if people want to help each other, they're there. If you want to discover new stuff to be interested in, then you can discover it on here. So West Virginia. So I'm going to have to remember. I'm really bad at remembering things sometimes, so I use these tricks and tips to make sure I remember for next time. So West Virginia. Channels in UK. Good. That's really good. I'm learning a lot from watching Brian's videos about the bees and about the beekeeping and the queen bees, and there's so much I'm learning, but I still wouldn't have a clue where to start because it just seems like it's so complex, and nature is involved, but it's such an amazing thing. So I think I would really enjoy watching your channel as well if I get into it and get, maybe I haven't got notifications on for yours. I always do put them on, but maybe they're not on. Maybe that's why I'm not seeing your content. So but I think when you watch subject matter from different tutors, you can see a lot more in-depth information, and you receive information in a different way. The presentation style, the discussion style, the information that's dropped comes in a different way. So I'll be able to learn from yours as well, because beekeeping would be something I would love to do if I get country house one day, live out in the live off the fat of the land. Doesn't sound right in English. Live off the fat of the land. No, it doesn't sound right. But my parents will probably be the ones to start beekeeping first, because my dad is so passionate about nature and bees and beekeeping, and he gave me my first interest into that. I remember when I was at primary school, I did a school project on beekeeping, and I literally got my dad's beekeeping book. I was about, I don't know, between 7 and 9, maybe 9 or 10, and this supply teacher came in, and I'd already done the work, so I sat at home and I wrote all this stuff about beekeeping, and I had it on these sheets of paper. I went to school and I was really excited, and the teacher said, "Oh, you got to write about beekeeping." Well, I'd done it already, but she wasn't very impressed. I was like, but I've done all this special hard work. She's, I can't accept that work. You have to start again. You have to do your own work. And I'm like, right. So wasn't very impressed. I wasn't even cheating. I was so excited and keen. I just did this research and copy this stuff out. And, you know, it's a tough life being a kiddie. But yeah. So, John the Beeman Saunders is a punctuation. Let me read that back. There is a gentleman that I watch from the UK, John the Beeman Saunders. If that's his name, it's cool. There's some really great YouTube channels at the moment, but it would help to have an English channel as well because of the climate information. And over in the US, the temperatures are given in Fahrenheit, so I never have a clue what's going on, and I don't want to go and research it at the time. John the Beeman. There we go. Cool, lovely. Yeah, today I'm just doing a little chilled out live. I might try and sneak one in later. Pop a little thumbs up, guys, if you I keep saying to myself, I need to just say, be assertive and just say pop, you know, don't forget to thumbs up, not thumbs up if, and I'm just going to try and reprogram myself there. So don't forget thumbs up. Okay, cool, thank you. And just have to crack on with little admin bits in the room because if I don't do any lives, I'll stop doing them altogether. But I'm getting hungry. I've been up since I can't remember. I've got hot chocolate in here. This is one of those hot chocolates that comes from a machine, so it's perfect every time. It just depends on how much water you put in. And I haven't put it on for ages. So I kept this. This is silly. I just need to photograph it. There's that word again. To get the information off it because it's my mum. Is she okay? Okie dokie. How are you and Dad? I really miss my parents. I really, really do. Because we've had terrible weather, we've not been able to go and sit in their garden. It's been really sad, but I have to be lucky that they're here. Because I am lucky. So yeah, I was just going to photograph this because if I do buy certain, or if people come to me with certain items and say, "Can you sticker this up for me?" I might do the odd commission, might do the odd one, but there are certain regulations on reusing products. But this was a bottle. This is Annabelle's longest lasting bottle. Actually, it's a Polar Gear one. And it was just for personal use. I bought it for Annabelle. It was her first sippy cup because it flips up nicely and it flips down and it doesn't tip. Actually, I didn't personalise it. I need to personalise that for her, really. But now I've photographed it, I can get rid of it. Next we have... Ding, ding, ding! I haven't used these yet. These are for scraping off vinyl stickers and labels. Also for stuff I buy to sell on eBay. If it's got reduced stickers on it, scrape the stickers off. But I have bottles to decorate, and I'm going to just try and get some done for Father's Day. Just like gifts for those people who are buying on Facebook Marketplace or even just the tutorial side of things on YouTube if I can get organised, but I'm behind on the times. So I am. These were just from Poundland, so they were £1 for 2, and they've just sat there. So I would like to put these in a bag. Yes, I'm bagging everything up, just because they can stay together and I can put them somewhere a bit more functional. I just feel like they're not serving their purpose properly at the moment, and just grouping things makes me feel a bit more relaxed and organised. I am who I am. That's how I go. So yeah, at the moment there's just stuff everywhere on my desk. I can't seem to get tidier at the moment, but I'll get there. I just seem to balance things. I have to just find a bit of a balance between this sheet. Again, I could just take a picture of it and put it in the folder on my computer, so I don't need to keep that either. This is a company I only used once. I don't know how great they were because I wasn't really able to evaluate as such the bits they were doing, but I managed to do a bit. Right, so this one black card, white mat, navy mat, white top, star of 3 layers, Merry Christmas, sticker, embellish. So this is a Christmas card design. I'm just going to take a picture again and just put it, because there was a reason why I wrote that down. A black. So what it means is I had a design for. I found a design in my head that was a black card. Okay, and on top it had white card stuck on top, just a bit smaller. And then there was a navy mat on top of that. Then there was white on top of that. Then there was a star made of 3 layers. So a star. Well, how do you do a star? So there's a star of 3 layers, so 3 different shaped stars, and it said Merry Christmas on the bottom, and it had a lining on the inside. So that is a simple design, but I wouldn't have thought to do black card with white, navy, and white, and have those Christmassy colours. So that is why it's good to have that one. Remember the design. Again, there's paperwork I could just photograph and get it away. So are you guys coping okay with the lockdown restrictions? They're easing slowly, but then comes the worry of infections again and what's happening, because everyone's going out, being out and about and around all the germs again. And some people listen, some people don't, some people just go mad, some people are really conscious of hygiene but get anxious and find they're not very well health-wise, because it's a worrying thing when you're aware of everything and other people aren't as respectful of that. It's a big conflict right now, and everyone's obviously doing as well as they can to cope. It was very therapeutic this morning, tidying and cleaning and sorting. I really do need to just keep thinking about my strategies for. This one, another one of my bands that was recycled. You should know this if you watch my channel regularly, but this is when you have 40 denier or more types that no longer serve their purpose, you can obviously wash them first, chop them into strips like calamari, and they become amazing ties, better than rubber bands. They're so good. Glue dots for my card making. You see, that's in the wrong box to start with. Post-its. These are so tiny now. These have their own little place in my drawers. Yeah, I just find sometimes, just knocked my toolbox over. It's okay. Not much damage done. Only lost a pair of hole punches. I just feel like sometimes you've just got to go backwards before you can come forward. So just to take a bit of time to organise your workspace before it gets bad again. Here's a little happy memory. This went a bit wrong because it didn't. I either chopped off the letter S or it didn't cut properly. Travis's 11th Christmas. This was a commission for a bauble I put onto eBay for selling. So it was a glittered bauble. There was silver and pink, and a lady ordered duplicates of these. I believe she wanted them for her house and for the children's house. So she had Travis's 11th Christmas, and there was a young lady, her name had her 7th Christmas or something, or 6th Christmas. This might have been it, the 6th Christmas. And what a lovely idea when you get inspiration from clients on what to do. And I had actually forgotten about that one. I'm just going to photograph that to remember. And again, it's just like the little lettering on there. I'm not really going to use those letters, but Annabelle could stick them onto things. So I'm going to just make a little Annabelle sticky bit, because if it's a sticker and it sticks and she can recognise the letters and the numbers, it's going to help her literacy at the moment. So here, these are again some of the scraps, but really you're just better off. Yeah, this one says Christmas. There's 2 on there that you can save to use again, but it depends, because again, like I said, when I first started, you have so little material because you don't have all the colours. You don't have stuff for t-shirts and stuff for paper for sticking onto permanent things. So you're trying to, this is called weeding, removing all this bit. It's very therapeutic, but some people don't find it therapeutic. I'm probably in between. I don't find it therapeutic sitting there doing things that take forever. You have to be careful not to peel off the dots on the eyes. Some people find these stuck to their face because they just don't know where they've put it, where it's flicked to. This one's flicked off from previous before I even got there. You can't stab into the lettering too much either. It's okay if this is going to go onto an envelope and be thrown away. Ooh. But let me just reply to this message a second. Ooh, good, comma. Best of luck, smiley face, fingers crossed. Emoji. I don't think the emoji went there. But never mind, the message was sent. Yeah, so if this is for a keepsake, you want to have, this is how you know if someone's really good at vinyl or they've just bought a machine and they're chucking out like gin glasses and loads of really cheap things. When you properly look, all the lettering is joined up. There's no cuts between the C and the H and the R. It's all joined up nicely, and the spacing is right, and they've cut out the holes in the letters of the loops of the letters, and there are no scratch marks. I've done some scratch marks there because this is just a little knick-knack piece that we'll just use for play in Annabelle's work or her projects, because Annabelle makes lots of cards for family and friends. Because I've got another comment. Yeah. Oh, the missing S. Which one was it? That one. Jason says, can you rig the writing to say Xmas instead of missing S? Christmas to save the day, Carl. I could have done, but because I did 2 of the same one, I think it's just like when you've got delivery times and it takes like 3, 4 days for the things to get in. Exactly, it does take thinking like that to see these little bits can just go everywhere. So you have to have a piece of sellotape wrapped around your finger to stick the little bits to, because there's no other way of safely disposing of them. Yes, you could have written an X or something on there. Yeah, so again, if I didn't have that one, I could just stick X. And the great thing about these is you can jiggle them around. So when you first start, it's knowing about your suppliers and where you get the vinyl from and stuff. But when you get the things like this and you think, oh, I've just put this through the machine and I've cut this one and I've cut Sophie's and I've cut Bobby's, and you've got all of them on one thing, and then one goes wrong, you're just like, oh no, come on. But then you can get to a point where if you're too not worrying about the scraps and then a scrap pops up and then an error pops up and then you're like, oh no, I need to do a new one. Yes, you haven't always got the luxury of having enough vinyl left over to create a whole new one with this layout all nicely cut out as it is. But you could separately send the letter X, as Jason suggested, send the X to the machine to cut out a little letter X on the top corner of a blank sheet, and then replace that with Xmas if you had to, because it was a customer order. But I could just send the Chris to the printer, but it wouldn't be stuck onto the T, but I could manually do that. And then you stick your cover. It looks like this actually when it comes off the roll, but you can use them a few times before they lose their sticky. You stick that on top, so you can align that bit however you want. So you just hover over the Travis's 16th and you cut off the Chris if you went wrong, and you just, so it doesn't go on the layer. I'm going to leave it on there for now. And yeah, so there's ways to do it, but it's just like, if you are really up against it, you haven't got any more vinyl and you're trying to do things, you can be creative. So there we go. Baubles are really great fun to make because they are just You see, I shouldn't even be picking this off right now because I'm just hiding in general. But he's doing. I haven't got my tape dispenser here, but I have got a mini one somewhere. I know where everything is, that's the good thing, 90% of the time. But I don't have my little mini dispenser sorted. Well, I do, I just didn't want to go and grab it just then, it's a bit harder. Oh no, this is frosted stuff. I want to protect that for something special. There's a special project. I've forgotten what to do, I've forgotten what it is now, but here we go. Here's my dispenser, a mini one. So it's nice and warm today, but I don't know what it's been like in other parts of the world, but it's freezing. It's been really, really rainy. Do I get inspiration from suppliers' products? Probably a bit of both. I often get inspiration from just looking at what's out there as well and what other people have done, but I tend to lead from the front rather than copy other people's stuff. But it's a bit of both. I want to do something and think, right, how can I do that? But then really, a really good tip is to just find a good supplier and then go and look and see what other things they've got, because that is the trend. If they're supplying stuff for that kind of product, for that kind of means. There we go. So put this the other way around, sticky side up. So then you can just do the weeding really easily. So the suppliers, like for example, you kind of, if you know, well, what I found there with suppliers is if you actually have to have the product in supply before you sell it, because you don't always know what it's like. These tweezers are bent, they're no good. I'm short on tweezers. No, I'm not. There's some more there. This is the kind of thing you should do in front of the TV, but I've got this bee in my bonnet now. I've seen it and I want to get it done because it's been since Christmas last year. Now, the different technique is I'm just pinching the holes out. I really should upgrade my streaming to StreamYard because it allows you to, oh, mind you, on YouTube you can download this afterwards, can't you? So I could chop some of this live stream up into mini tutorials of tips and tricks for the vinyl work, tips and tricks for Cricut work. Now that says Christmas, but it's not proper, but I can just mess around with that and stick it on a piece of wrapping paper or something. I don't know. I'm really just splitting hairs actually. I'll use this as a demo piece to show you how it goes. That would be a better use. I'm going to lay this over. I think it might be therapeutic for some people to watch. It depends on the camera angle as well, because I've had to just tip the camera down. This is called a squeegee. They do beautiful pink ones. I didn't want to splash out when I have one already. I lost my main one. I think it must have gone in the bin with some paper. I don't know. It hasn't turned up for a year, so there we go. You can really get into corners. You can use a credit card, but obviously that is likely to break. So with this is very intricate, so it'll take a while to stick if you don't get it right. And that is the decal, and that's the right way around for me. Let me stick it on. This is permanent. Once it's on, it won't come off for about 6 years, so unless you really grab it. If I just put it, I'll just put it on a post-it note. The idea is these are really nice for the next project I'll probably do with you guys is my labeling my boxes on my drawers. See, I'll just put this, if I just put this on the bottom, it will go nicely. So you use this to layer it, and that's what people who buy decals don't know so much. They probably think, oh, they have to just layer it up themselves. You know, by peeling it off and sticking it, but no, you have the transfer paper to transfer it from the backing. But there are so many different vinyls you can get. There's some do sticky back paper, some do sticky back plastic. You know, hobby shops do sticky back paper, and that one you won't be able to put on a drinking flask or a glass or anything, because see, that's still got all that stickiness left in there. stick it on the side of my stationery thing. Then you've got a cute little sticker. So it's quite cute, but I can't use that now. I could have actually put it on the bottom of the card, but it's pennies, that piece, so it's not really worth it. But Annabelle can play with. My fingers are stuck together now. I'm not going to do any more for now. I probably should do some demonstrations on my Natasha's Creations channel, but this morning I just, as I said, just wanted to come on, do a bit of live, build up my live hours, because I am going for monetization. I'm due to hit it in a year if I keep publishing content, but the point is I'm not getting the time to do that content. I'm only getting time to do lives. I'm filming lots of stuff, but I'm not editing. I'm not getting to finish off my videos by putting on the intros, cutting out the ums and the ahs. That's a good point. I've just reminded myself not to too much right now. Oh, I've received an offer for a puzzle. Happy days. This is what I believe, guys. My subscription, what I subscribe to in life is the motto of the law of attraction. Okay, so I'm here focusing on building my YouTube channel. I'm out there taking action. I'm not hiding behind my computer. I'm not hiding, away from the world. I'm getting cracking. And while I've been out there producing content, putting myself out there, I've received an item, a bid for a puzzle. So someone's just said, I'll give you £6 for your puzzle. And that's interesting because I sent an offer to somebody. It was £6.99. It had been on there for about 11 before. I just thought, be optimistic, because it was a Tower of London one. This one. Well, I didn't open it in the end. I didn't get to use it, and I won't do puzzles. I can do them on my iPad, which is even more fun because there's no pieces to get in the way, or I'm going to move it, put it on a table, and then it's stressing you out because it's sat out for days and days. So it was on for quite a lot, and then it didn't get anything. I had another one, which was a German piece of scenery that went quite quickly, but I dropped. That was a lower price anyway. But this is a Falcon Deluxe, 500-piece Tower of London puzzle, and I sent someone an offer this morning for £5.49, which was £1.50 cheaper than the listed price. But I have just put this one on here it was £6.99. I've had an offer. I'm waffling so much, but you guys know me, that's me. But I had an offer for £6 they want to pay. So I'm going to accept that offer, and that's one little thing sold. And I can nip that to. Okay, your potty's in your bedroom, isn't it? Or is it in the? Is it okay? Potty duty. Potty duty. Okay. No, but I cleaned it. I think it's in the bathroom, darling. Let's try the bathroom. Oh, we'll all go hungry then, shall we? Yes, so, oh, we've got a new person. Hi, Danny. I had to just do potty duty. You should have dried them yourself. There's towels on the rack. Just done potty duty. It took me ages. You can dry your hands on the towels.
No, I can't. You can do it.
Danny Aguirre. Hi, mate. What do you call... Can you have a meltdown somewhere else if you're going to be naughty? I don't want to have all this shouting.
Clean my hands.
I've cleaned your hands. You need to dry them on a towel. Go and find a towel, please. Good girl.
I can find it.
1, 2, 3.
No.
Oh, keep it. Pardon you. Everyone heard that? I've just seen in the mirror my makeup's not properly blended, but that's what happens when you use old makeup and you're trying to reuse stuff and you're not using the best of light. But hey, never mind. So, Danny, let me tell you that joke again then as you put on there before my daughter comes back. What do you call an Irishman who sits around outside the back door? Paddy of furniture. I don't get that one. I'm so sorry, Daddy. I'm so sorry. Thanks for coming in. It's nice to see you. I don't know what that means. Patio furniture. If someone sits outside the back door, they're patting your patio furniture. Ah, I see. Outside the back door, outside the back garden, I would have probably said, but that's, yeah, I got there in the end. Patio furniture, yeah. I still got there. Yeah, if you watch my channel regularly, you'll know it takes a while for the penny to drop sometimes. It is just funny how my brain works, but yeah. Jason, you're still there. It's good to see you. So, Danny, tell us about your channel. If you have a channel with videos, or if you just watch, tell us about you, who you are, where you're from. Don't believe I've seen your name before. I'll just jot it down so I can come and have a little nosy later. And what's your surname? Where's it from? Is it Spanish? Portuguese? So, Jason, I've got a question for you. I'm going to do some more live streams where I do a bit of a social, and I'm wondering if you would have an angle that you would like to come and join me for when I do a live stream from StreamYard. There'll be my screen and someone else's screen, and obviously you'd be a great person to help me kick it off, to start with, to get to know how it would be with co-hosts. A very, very chilled out live, or it can be focused on something you want to talk about or achieve. So, for example, I've seen lots of YouTube live streams where you don't have a channel. That's fine, Annie. That's okay. You're still welcome to come and stay here and hang out, to socialise, to be around people. So Jason, there's some live streams where people just build their watch time, build their audience by having a regular, low pressure, chilled out show / slot where they come on, they do a live, and they have not really a co-host, they have 1 or 2 other people streaming their head, shoulders, background, whatever, and they just chat between themselves and interact with the comments without specific agenda. It is just simply alive in that kind of format. I do want to do the occasional ones where it is either about small businesses, because I really feel and I really feel passionate about connecting small businesses and having some way of having a professional place for people to come and chat together, small businesses, sole traders, one-man bands where they come on and share their headspace and chat. Also, yay! Oh, that'd be brilliant. Happy days. That's one theme, the small business social, where it's not so much fixed stuff, it's just getting in the same headspace, coexisting kind of thing. And there's also the YouTuber Connect. So on your channel, Jason, I'm so sorry, I've not actually seen any videos on your channel. I've not seen anything pop up, and I don't know if you've been putting any content on there just to see. But for YouTubers Connect, and that kind of thing, people who come onto that will be looking to grow their channels. So anyone who's featured as a guest of mine would also get more exposure and so on, which would be a good thing. Just at the moment, I don't know what I can commit to in terms of fixed timings, but I can always work it out with you. Just text you when you're about. So Danny says, my mother is Irish. Okay, and your dad's from Bilbao. Okay, there we go. That's the Spanish link then. Yeah, I speak. Entonces, ¿hablas español o no? En ese momento mi acento no es tan bueno porque no lo hablo mucho y de verdad no estoy en España casi nunca. Entonces no hablo totalmente como antes, pero bueno. Ralph, hola Ralph, ¿qué tal? ¿Qué tal? I've completely forgotten which video I've seen of yours recently. But I have been on your channel recently. So, que sí, qué bien, qué bien. Entonces continuamos, ¿no? Yo tengo una prima de Valencia y hace una semana hablábamos en francés porque ella tuvo un examen de francés hablado, oral, un examen oral hablado. Un examen hablado. Entonces practicamos y esto. Entonces no hablamos español porque hablamos en francés por su examen. Pero bueno. Thanks. Sorry, guys. That was, for those of you who speak English, that was me just getting some Spanish out there because it's ages since I've really spoken proper Spanish because I don't need to. I don't teach Spanish anymore. Mais bien, je peux parler français aussi. Donc, si on parle français, Jason, thinking outside the box, est-ce qu'il peut m'entendre aussi? Est-ce qu'il peut comprendre ce que j'ai dit? Dani, ta mère est irlandaise et ton père est français. Donc, comment tu sais français alors? Comment tu sais parler français? Ralph, ¿estás bien? Muy bien. Entonces, bueno, estoy bien, estoy muy bien. Hoy hace buen tiempo. ¿Y qué más? ¿Qué más puedo decir? No estoy cansada porque he dormido muy bien las dos últimas noches. Y oui, dice Jason. Jason, we've just been talking about the weather. I've been saying I'm good. I've been saying to Danny, okay, so you can speak French too. Let me speak back to you in French. Your mum's Irish, your dad's Spanish. So how do you know how to speak French? How do you know French? So Danny says, non, mais mon mère, c'est espagnol. No, but my mum, no, but my dad is Spanish. Yeah, I said that, didn't I? I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's great. You guys know I love my languages, so if any excuse to get speaking is brilliant. Can I teach you a new word today? Well, Ralph speaks Spanish, so Ralph, I'm going to write you down to make sure I go and see you. Let's see. Ralph, Danny, no, Ralph says, yo hablo español un poco, lo siento, jejeje. I miss seeing that in chat, actually. That J-E-J-E-J-E is laughing, jejeje. And you also get the variation of ja 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 with J-A-J-A-J-A. Pues yo aprendí español de primero aquí en Inglaterra con mi tío vino, pues mi tío se casó con una española de Valencia hace, no sé, 20, 25 años y yo tuve un gran interés, no, yo tuve un gran interés en el idioma, los idiomas en general y fui, cuando vino mi tío a Inglaterra durante el verano, yo quise aprender todo todo lo posible, cada palabra que imaginé. Em, Mariposa, la comida, todo esto. Y poco a poco aprendí más. Fui a visitar Valencia, la ciudad, la comunidad, pero la ciudad, y Elche también en Alicante. Practicaba un poco y a la edad de 16 años yo estudiaba francés y alemán de bachillerato. Fui a un tipo de instituto, colegio de noche para aprender español, porque no tuve la oportunidad de hablar español en ninguna parte más, ninguna otra parte. Por eso fui a estudiar 2 horas cada semana en una clase. Avancé mucho, entonces después de unas semanas me pusieron en otra clase de nivel más alta para continuar y luego en la universidad. Ähm, Ich spreche Deutsch auch. Ja, ich auch, Dani. Ich spreche Deutsch auch. Wie geht's? Wie geht's? Heute ist Samstag, okay? Heute ist Samstag und hm, haben wir 4 Personen in diesem Livestream. Ähm, okay, Ralph, so you are from oh, yeah. I was thinking you weren't from Europe, Ralph. I was thinking you were more from the Philippines. My memory is so bad sometimes that obviously I know your channels, but when I see you in here, I often forget. Qu'est-ce qui se passe, Jason? Qu'est-ce qui se passe? What's going on? Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Ja, Dani, ich spreche Deutsch. Und du oder was passiert? Ich kann Deutsch sprechen, aber es macht eine große Energie, um Deutsch zu sprechen, weil ich habe kein Deutsch für viele Jahre gesprochen. Also, es ist schwer in dieser Zeit. Also, Französisch und Spanisch sind besser, aber ich finde die Wörter. There we go. German is so much harder now because I just don't get any connection with it. I don't get any. I did it for so many years and now it's just like. But anyway, Danny says I've learned French and German in my college. It's an international school in Dublin. That's brilliant, though. It's really good that it's so metropolitan because it's very unique for English schools to offer several languages to a certain level. But if you've chosen to take those on, then really good for you because German is very minority at the moment. And if you do have German, you're going to be more employable and more, which is good. So, kein Problem. You are bilingual and you can speak many languages. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Ralph. My life is languages, but I've had to stop and slow down over the years because it was just so stressful. I was just tutoring, teaching, going to schools, running my own clubs in the schools, doing adult classes in the evenings or one-to-one sessions. I was doing Monday to Saturday teaching and in between trying to grow an agency. But to do that, you have to have the staff taking care of everything. You need to have the tutors and you need to have so many things in place. It was just so stressful. So I've stepped back from languages, but obviously cut me open and inside the core is my languages. Italiano, ma mi italiano no es tanto bueno. Parlo un pochino, ma non molto. Mi piace molto. No, you see, the Italian's just gone for a second. Mi piace molto, ma è un po' difficile in questo momento perché non parlo molto. just listen to Annabelle talking to her daddy. So anyway, let's stop there. It's Italian is my lowest level language compared to the others because I've only studied that at uni for a few months, and that was just 2 hours a week, and that was really, really basic, low level. The rest is self-taught. But yeah, so languages are so much fun. The only Filipino I know is ate, which is a respectful term to a lady or sister. They call her sister, isn't it? I still don't know when you call a girl ate. And it must only be between fellow Filipinas, between the girls, talking to an older Filipina. And then I've also learned from live streaming that tamzak, done, po, I think, I could be wrong, is either thumbs up or I've visited the channel or subscribed or something, but I don't think they should put that word in the chat, so I don't really know fully. Yeah, Ralph, how's your channel doing? How are you getting on? Thank you for that compliment about being bilingual. It does give me a boost to remember my skills when I'm just bumbling along at the moment, being a mummy. But it's so great to see you guys here today, and don't forget to thumbs up to give me a big smile. That'll cheer me up to have some good positive interactions on the channel. How are you guys doing with your channels? Are you Danny said he's not doing his channel, he hasn't got a channel, but that's fine because I'm just meeting so many people now who have channels. It seems very rare to find people who haven't got one, but refreshing at the same time that people just watch your channel without expecting anything in return to watch theirs, kind of thing as well. So I love learning languages. Me chifla. ¿Cuánto tiempo sin oír me chifla? Me chifla was always a phrase for my exam pieces that I would always put in me chifla, not just me gusta, me encanta, me chifla. Je m'apprendre des langues. Ich lerne gerne Sprachen. Sprechen. Yeah. Oh, Sprachen for languages, not speaking, yeah. Ich lerne gerne. Ich lerne gerne. It's that kind of textbook phrase, isn't it? That's lovely. That's a nice phrase there for you guys. So obviously the first one is English, the second one is Spanish, third one French, and the fourth one German. In italiano mi piace molto. Oh, lenguas? No. Lingui. La lingua italiana. I'm trying to think of the Italian word for language. Lingo. It's gone. I can't finish that one for you. So I think Annabelle's being a bit naughty with her daddy. I think she's upset him. Annabelle, come see mummy, darling. I've been dying to eat some food, but I've been talking too much. Oh, bless her. Daddy's put telly on for you. That's nice. If my iPad's charged a bit, I can put some ABC Mouse on. Do you want some ABC Mouse? Oh dear, look. You got your jammies on still, haven't you? Cozy little sunsetty morning. Just turn the mic off there, guys, just because she's crying and I don't think you wanted to hear all that. But I think she tried to climb Daddy's ladder. That's what she's telling me. But that's a big ladder. You're not allowed to climb that. But it shouldn't be out. It should only be out if he's out. So he must be doing stuff in the loft. And she's a child. She's learning that she can't climb the ladder to see stuff because it's dangerous. So There we go. I'm stuck on my language channel, guys. I've got a language teaching channel called MLS Natasha. If you look on my YouTube channel, on the featured channels, it's on there. And I just, I'm a bit stuck. I don't feel in the headspace yet to focus on another project. But that channel is just sitting there and it's sinking because I'm just not interacting. Let me go see what these guys are up to. She's curious, isn't she? What's happening with that? Mystery solved. Mystery solved. So Annabelle's daddy did have the ladder out. Pole, a curtain pole. That's it. So I was getting back to the language theme. I need to just get doing some stuff on that channel. And I've just got so stuck. And like I've said, like with my live videos, I need to do more live streams to keep going. It's just the momentum. If you do it regularly, you will come on and you'll do more videos. You'll speak to people more. So I just had to take my hair down. I just looked a bit, the lights changed and I felt a bit washed out. A bit, not washed out, a bit covered by shade. And I felt like I needed to get some hair visible. Otherwise I look a bit haggard, a bit old lady-like. Anyway, what have I missed? Anyway, back to the subject. So I need to think about a fun way. So if you guys have any ideas, a really simple way for me to do a live video that doesn't contain any preparation at all, that I can just check in on the live, do something related to Spanish or French on my channel that connects with my audience of 18,000 subscribers. So they need content, yeah? But I'm just a bit stuck in the fear zone of I don't want to put stuff out there. People don't like it and want it and it puts them off. But then I'm doing a disservice by not putting anything on the channel at all. Okay, so Daniel, Tamsak done, mum. Come on, Rob. Tell me, what does Tamsak done mean? What actually does it mean? I've not looked it up on the thing. Danny, I love learning languages. Oh, we've read that one. Yo creo que el italiano es tan parecido al español que hablando español, los italianos me entienden y viceversa. Viceversa. Yeah, exactly. I think that's why I found learning Italian so easy, because you can, as an English person, I can listen to Italian and go and know what most of that is, and I don't even know half of the language yet. But to generate content, you have to guess some of the phrases, and they're a bit different. Like tomato. En français, c'est tomate, une tomate. In Italian, it's pomodoro. Whoa, you were running. I get so sad. Thank you. That's my hand gel. You're not going to run, are you?
I have a little bit.
No, because they're not for Annabelle. They're Mummy's crisps, darling. You had a banana, didn't you? What toys are in your box?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm so hungry. I just haven't eaten for ages. So Italian is pomodoro for tomato, not tomate, or tomate. Kaiserslautern from Taburete. Why do you want me to listen to that? What would that mean? And do I do it later? Is it okay to do it later? I'll take a screenshot of that little word, the name of the song. Yeah, pomodoro. How about useful phrases in languages that the classroom doesn't teach you? Jason says, how about useful phrases in languages that the classroom doesn't teach you? Instead of which way to the station, which would be what the classroom would teach you. Yeah, I know that takes a bit of brain power as well, though. It's like, oh, okay. I've got to think about phrases. Maybe we should just do a lingui social for language fans to just come and connect. Just to kind of get the ball rolling and see what people want and what I can manage to do. So instead of, because I think they were useful phrases still, but real life phrases. So like what? My brain's not in that zone yet. Tourist mode. So going to Spain. I think for me, like when you get to the airport and you want to know if this bus goes somewhere, you want to ask like phrases like, does this bus go to the centre? Or does this bus go to the thingy? Or how do I pay? I don't know. I think I need to do some more questions there. Yeah, that's an interesting one, Jason. The relationship between languages. I'd have to have a bit of a brainstorm of the former question you put down. Oh yeah, Danny, great. Yeah, I like the way you just made that clearer now. And I normally spot these connections. So Danny has said, c'est comme la base. Pomme de terre means apple of the ground. But pomodoro, is actually connected from the pomme side of things. The apple of gold. Pomme de terre is potato. Pomme is an apple that hangs, but a tomato is really interesting, yeah, because the tomato still grows from the ground, but oro means gold. Really, yeah, etymology I probably would be really confusing, but I can simply show fun language connections and things and little bits. Exactly. I normally show the link of potato and tomato, or potato and apple. Pomme et pomme de terre. And it helps people to remember that pomme de terre, all that's land, Angleterre, Anglo-land, England, that kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah, so could do little connections like that. I think I just need the simplest way to broadcast onto that channel that I'm comfortable with and I won't be worrying about, and I'll be calm and chilled and I can just talk to my audience using what's in here rather than what I've prepared. And from then on, build with another video. I'm so happy you guys are here, by the way. Thank you. It's nice because we're probably connecting and I'm not just talking to one person. So sorry. Bit rude eating, but I'm just getting a bit dizzy now. Haven't even finished this hot chocolate. This is a Dolce Gusto hot chocolate pod. It's been one of those treat ones, you know, where you don't touch the posh ones and you use the cheaper stuff, and then after a while you use up all the cheaper stuff and you're like, I can use the posh stuff now. Ah, yeah. Ireland, coming from Ireland, is so fascinating, isn't it? Etymology really does fascinate me. And that's where languages become really good fun because you really study, you really do study the connections, and then your brain is like properly stimulated because you're like, yeah, it all comes together. Like that's where that's from, and you become a scientist, not scientist, a detective working these out and figuring these things out. At least if I drink this, it's quicker calorie intake. Because it's made from the machine, it's so blended, it's nice. No lumpy bumpies. So these are little. We had a delivery, and I thought Mark bought them for Annabelle, but they are too big for her, so they're mine now. There we go. Okay, just some little mini live videos, I think, just to. No, I'm gonna have to say I failed on that point. Latin, I'm no good at. Never studied it. I just wanted to do the living languages. I had the opportunity to do it at lunchtime with a really senior member of staff. He was a very senior gentleman, very, very old, very short, very somber. But so I never got pleasure of being in his class. But so I'm just accepting this eBay offer here to have, and I'll probably do an eBay video live stream later because I'm just trying to build my channel while I'm feeling better. Some days I don't bother doing my hair and makeup till late in the day, and then there's no point getting on camera. So I'm sure you can, Danny. Yeah, I'm sure you can. By studying languages, Latin, you can understand most Romance languages. So this puzzle is going to Sheffield. Obviously, they've got to pay first. Happy days. Okay. Tidying. So I had a little bit of a tutorial. I don't know if you guys, Danny and I don't know actually if Ralph's still here or I'm in the background, but I'm happy for you guys to just put them in the background and let the channel roll while you're doing other things. I really don't mind that at all. These little scrap ones are going in Annabelle's drawer. She's got her drawers, so whenever I need something for her to do, each pack means an activity, and then I can just put it back when she's finished into the drawer to reuse another time. So that is free of charge now. She can just peel some letters off and we can do some literacy. So we did this on the bath wall yesterday. We drew with some bath crayons the letter A. We said, can you draw an A? And she went, yes, I can draw an A. And she just did a line. But the sound, getting her to say it was still really useful. So I was quite happy with that. So hungry. It's midday though. Oh, it's nearly 1 o'clock. That's why I'm hungry. Have you guys had your lunch yet? Danny, are you living in Ireland at the moment or in Dublin? We had a guy from Edinburgh on earlier. He's a really nice guy. Got a really big channel, 2,000 subscribers. And he has some beautiful videos about the scenery around there. So I can't stop eating now. I'm so sorry, guys. Tell me a story. Keep yourselves busy. Idiota. Idiot. So you're at least university level, aren't you, Danny? From what I can tell. If not older. Oh, okay. Oh, so you're in Bilbao. Oh. Hello.
Yes. I'm back.
This came from Spain, didn't it? Let me show everybody. This came from, who bought you this?
Mary.
Remme.
Oh, yeah.
Remme. It's hard to do with crisps in your mouth. This came from Zara, Spain. Oh no, actually, maybe it didn't come from Zara. I don't know, but she's got some clothes from Zara in Valencia. I've got family in Valencia City still. Pamplona. 2 of my friends went to Salamanca. That's the closest I can get to sort of north area from anything that I know of. So I don't really know too much about the north, but nice to get over there. Sapin. I know, Jason, I know, but she doesn't. She goes for the and the oh better. They're the ones she stuck to, but I will keep trying to do the sapin. Yeah. For everyone else there, this is the sounds that you should be introducing to children. The letters S-A-T-P-I-N are the letters you should start off literacy. Keep sending me these tips, Jason. It is good. Do really appreciate your input on this because I've never taught children to speak, to write. Sorry. So So, but even keep doing them. I try the S quite a lot for sounds. T, we've done T's and T. P, probably not so much. And I haven't done it in reading for a while because I knew she wasn't really sort of taking it in so much. But since our holiday in September last year, she was able to recognise the letter N, and a month or so after the letter O, and the sound, sorry, and also she started to pick up on H, but like you say, for connection, because they join up well with other sounds, don't they? Is that why? Because they connect well. And they're good base sounds, aren't they, as well? I did do some more study on it, but I haven't done anything extensive. I had one teaching commission where I was teaching an Indian how to speak English from scratch with so little comprehension, and we literally did I tried to do this reading program with him to start with the sat pin. Had a really lovely book of flashcards, and then we developed words with combinations of those letters and went on from there, and we did it for a month or two, and then one of his family members passed away, and we stopped for a bit, and then they moved. So, but that was my only expertise of doing. Oh no! Right, okay. Trabalenguas, no? Right, let me give it a go. El perro de Ramón Ramírez no tiene rabo porque Ramón Ramírez se lo ha cortado. So I can say it just, but I couldn't memorize that. Not yet. Jason, what tongue twisters do we have over here for remembering functions? I mean, that one's about the R, isn't it? But thank you. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. She sells seashells on the seashore. They're really old ones. How much wood would a woodpeck peck if a woodpeck could peck wood?
1 pound.
How much woodchuck? Oh, really? Annabelle's come to... Come on in. Are we buying? Oh no, I've just dropped all my piles of stuff. It's all right. Are we buying sausages? How much are they? Does anyone want to buy? Crisps? Yeah. Roll up. Get your crisps.
I haven't got all up.
You haven't got all up. Haven't got one up. You've got sausages.
Roll up.
Oh, you haven't got roll up. That's it. Roll up. Get your sausages. Okay. You're selling sausages. How much are they, please?
Well.
Ping. Oh, darling, you're cute. Yeah, that was a present from her auntie in Spain. That from Valencia. Her name's Remedios. But we were never told Reme. We were never told Reme when we got to meet her and got to know her. So I learned Spanish later than that.
Here's sausage.
Oh, do you know that in Spanish is salchichas?
Salchichas.
Well done.
You put it back in
Que sí, aquí tienes. Salchichas. Annabelle actually really enjoys Spanish. I think she enjoys it more than French because she had a little book we did. I'm just going to get this out of the way. ¿Cómo? Sauce. Salsa. Do you want to go get some?
Yeah.
Go on in.
It's in my shop.
It's in your shop? Oh. I mean, I can put Annabelle next to me and we can sit there and we can do a live stream video for mums and kids and say, look, here's how to... This is just us hanging out together, how you can teach your child some language really simply. Or we can just say, here's the chilled out language or something like that and tell her, thanks, Jason. Annabelle, Jason said, well done. Bless her. If I actually sat her down and did it with her, she'd know loads. We just don't do any, do we?
I found the sauce.
You did find the sauce. Oh.
It's in my shop.
It's so much better now that she can entertain herself for longer with her toys, with her activities and everything. because it's less stress on me.
I need to put the sausage there.
You are an exhibitionist, aren't you? Have you said hello to people watching? There's people watching this.
Oh.
So 2 more to go.
Oh no!
Go on. Just tidy up. Okay, because I've emptied the drawer, I've got no desk space. Nearly done the emptying, guys. We've made progress during this live stream. Okay. Danny says, of course, because Danny is a Spanish sounding name too. Red lorry, yellow lorry. That's one from 20 years ago as well. Pepe puso un peso en el piso del pozo. Pepe puso un peso en el piso del pozo. Pepe put a peso in or on the floor of the well, the wishing well. That's a different one. In Spanish, they call tongue twisters lenguas meaning the tongue. And in French, they call them virlangue, twist, tongue twisters. So one thing as well there is goosebumps. I think I've said you this one already. Carne de gallina, hen meat, goosebumps, hen meat. And in French, poil de chair, poil de chair, hair of flesh hair, poil de chair. That doesn't sound right, actually. Welcome to your shop. Thank you. Okay, so this chap's paid for this chap's paid for the puzzle. Happy days. So he's asked for it to be sent to a shop. He's going to pick it up from a shop in Sheffield. That's quite cool. So I've got several days to get that ready because I do put 2 to 3 days on all my things to give me that leeway. Especially when you've got a toddler and you're going to kids groups and things, you don't want to have the right when they place an order one day and then you've got to include that day to get it out and you're literally about to get home and you haven't got time to go back out again. Never mind, find the parcel, package it up and print it and so on. So yeah, but that's good. I'm pleased with that one. I'll do me by stuff later, as I said. This drawer is empty. We found a little S in the end, which is fine. But it's just, I know it can be time consuming to get your stuff organised. This is where you lose things. You like making a noise, don't you? Did I say puzzle? Annabelle said puzzle. Did I say puzzle? Piso del pozo. Pozo, I said pozo. Danny, thank you so much for staying, for coming and seeing us. Come again, see us again soon. Me tengo que ir, mi dispiace, ma devo matare. Désolé, mais je dois y aller. Ich muss weg. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. Take care, Danny. Do you want to say bye-bye to Danny? He's got Spanish. He's Spanish and Irish. So do you want to say adios, Danny?
Adios!
Fantastic. Good girl. It really makes my heart go when she speaks languages because she's doing it now. Before, when she was a bit younger, she wouldn't always say these letters and words. So it's really exciting. Yeah. Have a lovely day, Danny. And we'll hopefully see you soon. Putting my tools away now. I watched a video. Jason, do you know Pond Skipper Craft? No, not Pond Skipper Craft. That's a different one. Riverside Beads in Deeping. They've been obviously seriously affected by this and they've closed the shop, but they've got so much stuff in there. But they have an online website so they can retail. I saw them on Facebook yesterday and they did this tutorial how to make a hair vine. Basically a wire braid. Oh yeah, I did say puzzle. Yes, Jason, it was a puzzle. I did show it on the screen earlier actually. It was puzzle. It was a jigsaw puzzle. Jason is an escape rooms creator, and he had premises with working escape rooms for a few years, and now is back in development of a new site. And do you want to update us on that, Jason? But also, while we've been in lockdown and so on, he has on his Facebook page of the same name puzzles and activities to challenge your brain while you're unable to visit escape rooms and so on. But no, I sold the lovely, but I just didn't want to do it. It was a Falcon Deluxe puzzle. This one, Tower of London. So it's really lovely. It's a pretty one, brand new sealed, never opened it. Yeah, so that'll be easy to post. Well, it won't be easy to post because I've got to wrap it in. I hope I've got enough bubble wrap. I need to order some actually, because it's no good now just using my scraps, because I can't rely on scraps and bubble wrap if I need to wrap. But I've got a I've got a box the size to put it in, but that'll cost me an extra 60p on top, which I haven't charged, so can't really put it in the box, but I will wrap it in bubble wrap. And then put it in a bag. Chef Daddy. Yay, he's gonna cook finally. I might sneak this brownie in the meantime. Made it. Got it out the freezer yesterday. Triple chocolate. This is so calorific. I'll put the rest away. That'll be good. Annabelle wasn't born then. August 2017. No idea. I don't think I need that receipt anymore. I've now got this out. So I need to put stuff back in the drawer until I file it away. So I'm so pleased I've actually finished filing the drawer. Jason says, Deeping sounds familiar. Stamford has a good craft shop. I don't think I knew it had one, but I haven't really been to Stamford properly since I've been crafting. Where is that one? The Riverside beads is more beads, but they do have lots of other stuff that you don't want to pay postage for. But they did this tutorial for how to make it's a wire with beads interlaced in it, and it goes down your hair and you clip it in for a prom or a wedding or something. It looked brilliant. It's so easy to make if you've got your own beads and stuff. But the tools they need, it was like 10 different pairs of pliers and stuff, and I was like, wow, crazy. But so I don't really want to go into new techniques and things, but there we go. So I think I can just put this whole pile, not in this little drawer, but in my vinyl drawer now, because let me show you what I'm doing. This is just all the stuff I've sorted out this morning. So my decal stickers, pre-made ones, they're easy to now grab. And then my Christmassy, I'll put that in the wrong bag now. My scraps of their own colours, which I could. And then these are my posh ones, my absolute best supplies, and these are my cheaper ones for my guides. So they can all go in my vinyl box now, all organised and neat. You know, and if I do need to just have some scraps done, and I don't need to, I'm not bothered about the quality, I'm not bothered about time, I can just use some of my scraps. But that is one nice bit sorted out now. And I now have a free drawer. The other bits I'll just need to sort, but actually I don't have a free drawer. So I've got my hard drives and my scales and my bin bags to put back in, but I will start to clear a desk in a minute, which will be great. I was going to say that in a northern accent. That would be great. I like to have paper in my top drawer it just helped me to. The reason I had that brownie, even though I'm just about to get breakfast, was now, does this want to go in this drawer where it should be easily accessible stuff that I need every day? It doesn't. It needs to go. I'm going to put it in my payments drawer. Not my payments drawer, but when I'm selling stuff like my tickets, my price stickers, business cards. They go into this drawer. Oh look, I found some more decals. I don't know what that's doing in there. But you see now I've got a space for it. So these are ones I did for Annabelle's. Right, so Jason says he has no promises but a product soon. Okay, cool. I'm really sad you haven't got a promises yet. That must be really frustrating. Annabelle, this was made for her nursery. When she went to nursery, she only had 5 sessions before lockdown, and now we've taken her out for a bit. But this went on her rucksack and her water bottle, and these AW initials went on her boots, on her wellies. She had A on the back of one boot and W on the other, or was it AW? I can't remember. They're now at nursery. We need to get them back. But yeah, I just had to really quickly personalise her stuff to get her in. So I just did right. So product, do you want to tell us about the product? Can you tell us? Can you tell us? Would you like to do that on the show when we do our live? So these are now going to find a home. Because they're tape and glues, they go in my green drawer, green for glue. Everything does have a place. Some things have too many things in that place or in the way. This is why I do need to keep tidying. But I just acquired loads of stuff the last few weeks to sell, either for myself or for people. So I'm a bit busier. Hello, darling. Hello. These are my glue mats. I do my gluing on them, and then they stay better. Well, I don't know what you just said. Sorry. Oh, breathing a bit too shallowly. Well, no premises, but oh no, you've already said that one. Okay. They are for gluing. Another little table wipe. Now I've used and abused the area. And I said I was going to do some vinyl making, so I need to do that now because.
I paint that?
Of course you can, sweetie.
I paint this.
Yes. Bring it back later. Good girl.
Okay.
Okay.
Bring back summer.
Bring back summer. Do you recognise that phrase, guys? Bring back summer. What film is it from? Answers on a postcard. My phone stuff has a space. It's great. It's great. I'm getting tidy. I'm getting organised. I'm just going to chuck it in there for now. I've got sticky stuff on me. We're getting unravelled nicely. The bags have their own drawer. Hair bubbles don't. So when we're washing up, take that down on a tray. Annabelle had a saucer, didn't she? I'll put it here. Banana. Have to have plenty of food up here for her because you know she will. Yeah, no, Jason, seriously. At the beginning, I mentioned to the viewers that they could tell us about their channels, what they're doing, what their goals are for their YouTube. Are they looking for more subscribers, more views, more view time? Are they looking to guest host? Tell us who you are, where you're from, what your channel's all about. It's absolutely fine to promote yourself on there. But I appreciate it looks better for you if I introduce it as this is okay. So yeah, tell us about your product, please. Thank you. Can't get you on this screen now because I haven't got a link or anything to add to because we're not on a streaming platform. We're just on YouTube. But we can do like a little. Probably best not today because it's quite quiet today, isn't it? Better choose an evening or a work weekday. We've got good viewership to talk about your new product. And we've got a few people watching. I just need to build up my lives, I suppose, really. And over time, we'll get more people. I think that's what the reseller channels are doing. They're slowly building regular viewers by holding a 1 or 2 presenter show every week where people come on and chat, and they just chat, and over time they get more viewers and build up more momentum, then they attract more viewers, and it just kind of works that way. Yeah. Okay, see if Madam moans about this being on her table in a minute. Tell you what, we're going to take it out. Let's take it out of the room. Let's be really tidy. And then she'll come in, won't she, in one way, I won't be able to get through. No, maybe not. No, we're good. We're good. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Annabelle loves blankets. She'll lay them out perfectly and she'll arrange things on them so neatly. Wonder what she'll be doing as a profession when she gets older, because she just loves neatly placed. If you give her some stickers, she'll position them so well. This is my little snack stash. It's an empty pot for crisps. So thirsty. I'd normally have water, but I haven't got any, so. Right, I'm going to make some stuff from vinyl in a minute, Annabelle. Okay, just a bit more tidying. Jason says,
Where are they?
I said it's an empty container. Just that. Didn't check my glass, did I? Don't pull it, please. No. Listen. Is Daddy cooking dinner?
It's 17.
Okay, let me read Jason's comment again. Escape room advent calendar. Build the excitement during the wait to Christmas with the thrill of solving puzzles and a reward of chocolate. That sounds brilliant. You've summarised it so my brain can process it and understand it. Exactly, having a reward as a chocolate. Escapeadventcalendar.com. Let me screenshot that. That'd be great fun. I'll definitely help you share that out and put on some of my social media pages on the build up, but obviously before the build up, so you get a good view in. If you have a paper advert, Jason, like a little mini business card size flyer for it or anything, I can always include those with my customer orders on the build up. Christmas, or anyone ordering Christmas stuff from me, or from September onwards, if you have that in a little sales leaflet or something, even just like a printout, I can send people to that from my orders. Say to a friend of mine. Oh. Because that'll be a lot more, a little bit of exposure. It's just something small I can do to help you, and I can, as I say, share it out on some of my social media groups. I've got a mum's group. I've got a gift group. I've got a small gift page I'm trying to set up that's just for random gifts, not forever living style gifts. There's ways to. I'm sure we can come up with some other ways to boost that. But it's really exciting when you have an actual product because it's easy to understand, it's simple, it's a smaller price point, so more people can access it, and it's not geographically restricted. Well, escape rooms people travel to for miles, don't they? Have to look at that Stamford craft shop. Sounds really exciting. You're welcome though, Jason, you're welcome. We help each other out, don't we? So yeah. Just thinking about Peterborough. Places are opening, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to any shops because I have to, but I just feel like the new shops opening Monday will be so busy. It's better just to wait till I really need stuff. There's certain things you need, like from essentials from shops. You wouldn't buy things online when you go to those shops. That you kind of have to go there. Within a year, because you just tend to go to these places fairly regularly, or maybe not so regularly, but it's part of the, we get dependent on certain places, don't we, basically. Okay, so now I've tied up most of my drawers. My desk space is a bit more functional. Always more tidying to be done. I'm going to make a Father's Day piece. Now, I can't screen share it. Spalding, Springfield. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, Jace, it's not that great. But yeah, it's... it's the one... Their prices are so expensive. There's... because it's an outlet, they don't have it's great, don't get me wrong, it's great to be able to go to a craft place and able to see stuff available to sell, to buy in the craft world and to find new things, but I find that they're quite pricey. But that's probably because I've spent my days online all the time sourcing stuff and searching for stuff. A book that I ran my life by this book last year. It's my bullet journal. I might do a video on that at one point. But for now, these are my newest in stock colours, and they're so pretty. And I know what's what. I had to glue the ones that were for t-shirts, for clothing, but I can put that away now because I'm not currently doing colour swatch organisation of my stock. I keep finding more things to tidy away. I will get there. Well, and I think we are there now. I just get fidgety. Now I've got more space. Okay, so this project is going to be done on here. Now, I can't really I can photograph the blanks, but I'm just going to get the stuff cut and I might apply it during this video. So this is going to be the base, the plain item. And I've made my phrase, there's this girl who stole my heart and she calls me daddy. So I've put my own font into there. And I wonder if I can... I don't know if I have to pay for them because I've cancelled my subscription to Cricut Design and I don't want to use fonts that I have to pay for from here. So I'm always going to click customize on my project. Sorry I can't share the screen with you. I'm going to plug in my cables ready to get moving. So let's show you just a glimpse of my craft. Well, because this video was advertised as vinyl tidying up and making a few vinyl designs. So I can't get this cable to go in. There we go. Check. Okay, so I've measured it, and my new technique for cutting vinyl is to cut it out and cut out a box around the outside. So I no longer waste any material having to cut out a piece off my sheet when I'm starting. And then when I have my whole piece attached to my mat that I'm going to cut with, when it's cut, I don't have to guess where, because you have to cut away some of it to be able to peel off the reverse stuff. So if I cut round the design, I've got this perfect shape, white negative space effectively. So it now looks like a sticker in reverse. I just need to double check this is ready for making because I did do it late one night. I finished it off late one night. I hope from putting the square around the outside, it is going to be easy to do. I'm going to click on and it's 6.5. And the great thing is I can just stretch it if it's too small or too big and make it fit onto something else. So I made it 6.5 by 7.3. The 6.5 is nicely readable on the front of here, and the 7 by 6, because I designed it to suit this in the first place, but it's nice to check the design afterwards. 7.8. Yep, that's fine. So checks have all been done. I just can't work in a messy worktop. I just, I sometimes have to, but when it's custom orders, I definitely don't. If I get a few of these photographed and online before long, I might make a few sales, which would be handy. So, which would be great, because then I'll feel about having something done for New Year's, not for New Year's. I will feel better about the failure factor of, if you want to do something every occasion of the year, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Valentine's isn't worth bothering with sometimes. But then it's more, hey, Yellow Sun, I remember who you are. Don't worry. But thank you for telling me. It's lovely to see. I'm really sorry I couldn't attend your live stream today, because I was doing this one and I didn't want to pop in and pop out straight away. So I just thought it's best to focus on this one. But I do need to try and come and watch yours at the same, watch yours in the morning and then do mine later and that kind of thing. So thank you so much for the thumbs up. Really appreciate it. So I'm doing a demonstration of making a mug for Father's Day. My partner's downstairs. Don't want him to have the surprise spoilt, but I need to start with him, and then I need to work on my dad and my granddad. Gifts for them from Annabelle, and gifts from them from me. So there's lots of things to work on, lots of projects, and so Sherilyn, how are you doing, Sherilyn? Have you had a good week? Have you been okay? I know I've been talking about watch time and stuff, but how have you been with the kids? And James, you both, your husband's name is James, isn't it? James Black. Yeah, I think so. We've got Jason here as well from the Thinking Outside the Box, who you might have met before. I'm not sure if you guys were on the same live stream before, but as you're both friends of mine, it'd be great for you two to connect together, because you'll see each other again and again. Now I'm going to click make it, and I can, because I've designed my item. Oh, I did go wrong. I didn't attach it all. Oh, now this is all not joined up. Most of this is not joined up, so I just need to attach it all together, and it will then cut from one piece of material. Let me just check that now. That's why I always double check my work, even if I created it one day and I'm going to make it another day. So because it will cut from one piece, I can use whatever colour vinyl I wish. Now, to save my material, I'm going to just do one cut. I should do a test cut, really, but I know my vinyl, and it's pretty good. So I know that whatever setting I put on will be fine. I'm just going to double check my settings anyway, having said that, because I do have a log which I follow, which tells me the exact setting to use. I think I would just use vinyl on this one. And then I just choose the closest instructions I've made before. It's bugging me actually, because I've used a baby wipe to give my machine a wipe. And it's, shall I show you guys? Sherilyn, you've not really seen me do this stuff, so it'd be interesting to show you if I'm not in the background. I completely understand if I'm in the background. This is my cutting machine, and it's what I make gifts with. And it's got this mark. I can see the marks from my baby wipe being on here, which don't look pretty. I must have just thought, oh, I'll give it a quick once over. There we go. All back to former glory. Anyone think I'm an I'm just going to find my instructions, because when you do lots of different projects, it's best to really, really stick to if you've gone down the similar route before, go down the same route again. I don't know why though. I should just trust my judgment on this one. Okay, won't be too long. Won't be too long. So the closest thing is bottles. Closest thing to doing a mug is a bottle. I just kind of, I just thought if I'd made a mug, it'd be easier. I've got instructions for my Christmas Eve boxes, the instructions for the decal, because I'd have to post the decal to somebody. That's a different finishing process to the box, sticking it on the box myself. Baubles, making a greetings card, making cake toppers, journals, initial tags, Santa sacks. So I haven't done one for bottles, but I'm not going to do it with you guys online today because I've been on for quite a while. I just want to try and finish this one off. So I'm just going to do it from the top of my head. It should be fine. I'm going to get my vinyl. So the vinyl for this to go in the dishwasher for home use, I wouldn't say to customers to use the dishwasher. I tell them hand wash only, do not soak and do not scrub, and leave it for 3 days before you use it. But I actually give the customer 3 days before they collect it. But if they're in a hurry or something happens, then I'll say, do not touch this for 3 days. It can come off. You know, if you pick at it and peel it, it will come off because it's never permanent, but it should last 6 to 7 years if you have really looked after it. And with family sentimental items, they tend to be looked after more. Like my dad, my mum and dad bought, let's have a look. Come and see my stash of vinyl. This is my new exciting stuff. Here we go. I'm just charging my laptop, so I've got the cables hooked up a bit longer. So here are the majority. They're not cheap, that's why it's not loads and loads, but the ones for t-shirts, so these sort of sparkly ones, I labelled them all the other day. I spent ages doing the new ones, and I cut out a heart shape to put in my book that I've shown you guys already. Can't do this in reverse. So I've got the sample of it, and then underneath and inside it, I've written the colour. So this is Cool Flex Silver Sparkle. So this is a t-shirt one, but the ones you can quickly see with the stars in, they're not the stars, the grids. These are my potentials. Yeah, these ones from the new ones. So I don't want to use any of those colours. I want to use a sort of grey colour if I've got one. So if I look at my older items, and sometimes if it's for something for family, I might do something that I want to use up and not have. So you know, if I don't like a certain colour and I don't sell much of it, I might use that instead. But for this particular one, I was thinking of a grey. I ordered 2 different greys. I'm using very small font. I think the lighter one is going to be. No, I'm going to go for the darker one. Sorry, I'm going to go for the darker one. I could use some scraps if I had scrap this size, but for now I want to go for this exact one. If I was maybe to do a promotion where I want to sell some stuff to clear some stock and get some cash back from the stuff I've got, I might make a few ready for Father's Day that say a specific phrase without any personalisation. So there's this girl who stole my heart, she calls me daddy. That one will be perfect. But what I'm going to do on the back is I'm going to put love from. So I do want to stick to a specific colour, but I think for just no customization at all, just a set one, I will just do like this. And I'm just going to get my mat. Now I'm going to tilt the camera down a bit so you guys can see again what I'm doing. Yeah, I hope to be able to download this from YouTube and the quality still be okay, so I can reuse this live stream and edit the video when I've got a bit more time. So this is the colour, this is the side of the vinyl that you will see. I'll use my tool. It's great because the tool doesn't scratch or damage the vinyl, but if you go really crazy with it, then it will. Can you see I'm not cutting off a section, I'm leaving it there. So in theory, that should stay nicely rolled to use again in future. I'm going to put my machine onto vinyl. I'm going to do some settings on my machine now. I'm going to just do one test cut, and I can do more on the same piece of paper if I want to later. Let's do, okay, so I've got my one copy. I'm going to configure it to do, because vinyl is the best thing to cut. Paper and t-shirt vinyl are much harder, but vinyl cuts amazingly. It's the stuff, it's the strongest, best stuff. So it's the best one to learn, to teach people if they were looking to start from scratch. Edit. So it's set to vinyl's fine. I don't think I really need an extra pressure. It doesn't give me the option to do extra pressure, which is interesting. But what this does is this machine cuts the vinyl, but not the back. So whatever design I send, this was such a late discovery. Naughty Natasha. I really wish I'd found this like 5 years ago. Oh my god, I would be like, would have been super rich by then, making amazing stuff before the rest of the world cottoned on. But at the time, they needed cartridges. You would buy like a cartridge, click in, and it would say, right, these are all the butterflies you can buy. So you pay 20 quid and you're able to cut butterflies and things. But this, you can draw your own stuff and get it to cut it out. And I did that once with a bumblebee. I drew a bee shape on my iPad, ran it through Photoshop, did a few things on it, and then put it through which is really hard to learn the settings to make an SVG file. Still don't really know what I'm doing with it, but I'm trying my best. And it works to cut the shape out. In fact, I cut the outline out, and then I had the shape to dab fabric paint onto a t-shirt from, and the machine cut that out, and I could make my own thing from a sketch. How exciting is that? My dad's good at sketching, so he could sketch designs into the iPad for me, and I can just make them into real things. It's like so exciting. But then the backing paper is left intact, so you can then apply really easily. You haven't got to peel apart both sides. So I don't need a scoring blade, just need my normal blade. I'll show you just here, and I'm going to just not recognise something. Oh, I haven't loaded it in the machine. You see, when you do things in a different way, so in it goes. Dust, still dusty. So I always check it's aligned. And when I first started doing this, like 2 years ago, properly 2 years ago, I was making a t-shirt, and the little things you forget to do, you forget to check that it's aligned properly going around. Pardon? You need me to clear the kitchen table? Can you clean the kitchen table, please, baby? I'm about to dish it out. Looks like I've got to go. I'll be down in a minute. Let me just do this for the video, because that's what I've told them I was going to do. My settings. Let it go. What have we got here? Yellow sun, been to my house, thank you. Is that what it means? You've been to see my channel? So the machine then cuts. That's my dream board, that's my goals, my visions. I managed to achieve the baby and the sports car, the Audi TT Sport. I got the fast Audi TT a few years ago. Sold it now though, but it had it was a sports version, just wasn't black, but that was fine. So there's a few more things I need to achieve on there, but that's what that's there for. And it's 17% away from cutting. So if I've now got to go and have dinner, which I thought, because I was doing a live stream, that Mark might bring the dinner up for me to eat here while I carried on with you guys. But it looks like we're going to have a family dinner and sit down together, all at the table, which is nicer to do. So I'm going to head off from this live, and I will hop back on later or tomorrow whenever I get the chance to finish off, and I will label that live stream as something to do with making Father's Day mugs or something like that. or making Father's Day gifts. I think I'll do a whole section of Father's Day gifts on there as live, and you can get some ideas, some inspiration, and there we go. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Looks like I've got to go, so I'm going to have to stop. Please come back soon, and thank you so much. Really, really appreciate you for being here. Don't forget to thumbs up on the way out, and I will say goodbye. Merci bien. Au revoir. Bientôt à la prochaine. Ciao, ciao.